Last week, Luffy, Dory, and Broggy make it to the Giant's ship. Marcus Mars in his bird form relentlessly dogs them as they attempt to make their escape. Luffy refuels on some giant meat and encourages Bonnie to imagine a future where she is the most free. And with both their drums of liberation beating hearts, the Iron Giant stirs once more. Let's see what happens next in my live first reaction to One Piece chapter 1119, Emeth. The Hexen Emeth. Guess we'll find out. But of course, we return to our cover story with Yamato, and it's decidedly less happy as she gets stoned by kids who resent Kaido in Kibi. Doesn't seem too happy about that. Honestly, I'm surprised that she's even hurt. These children throwing stones are apparently very strong. They're at least Nami level. But yes, we can see the remains of Kaido's giant factories and all the smog and all the dead land, so I'm not surprised that there's resentment. Kaido sucks. I guess Yamato's gonna hopefully turn things around and be recognized as a protector of Wano. Either way, let's move on to the chapter proper. Go, Stussy! Oh, probably it's more like, go, Stussy. You knew this would be my response. Friends, don't make me laugh. I did respect you. You were a relentless associate, but nothing will sway Lucci when he comes back. Kaku is trying to protect Stussy. Or Stussy. I've never actually... Is it Stussy or Stussy? I'll say Stussy. And she's crying and shaking. She's like, Kaku, He's telling her to leave. And he doesn't want her to leave. He doesn't look happy either. His eyes are hidden. He's frowning. I think he just wants to protect her, but he knows he's got a heart, unlike Lucci. Lucci is a bit too far gone. And then we contrast that on the immediate page turn, and we see Luffy and Bonnie. Luffy with the biggest grin I've ever seen. It's like, hi, this is going to be a blast. That's the biggest grin. And the Marines are looking at the poster. That's Straw Hat's face, just like his bounty poster. And all the giants with a big heart. They're like, Nika! They're very excited to see him. Two Nikas I see. She made a face smile with her. She made a facsimile. That was a moment. And this is Mars saying this. Two Nikas I see. She made a facsimile with her age powers. Don't get ahead of yourselves. Fires another beam. And Luffy says, guys, nothing hurts these things, even if they're sliced up or crushed. Though he says that with a big grin on his face, so, he doesn't seem too concerned. So he expands himself, and that's why I want you to give it your all and hurl me at him at full force. So Luffy is turning himself into a human projectile, and so all we can do is throw you straight at it, Sanji asks. Give it your all, huh? You asked for it. Frankie's got a big grin on his face as well. And Buddy's like, we're going to attack Luffy? Why? I think that's Dory. I always forget which one's which. Dory and Broggy. We'll leave the bird to you guys then. And they're telling the giant, stop dancing, you fools. Put out the fire and set sail. And the other giant's like, oi, but you were doing it earlier, Captain. And I mentioned last week, I think the Drums of Liberation, because they did say Nika is a god of Elbaf, the sun god of Elbaf. Or Vegapunk said that. So I think that the Drum of Liberation is potentially like some sort of festival or sort of like religious undertone, some sort of beat that exists on Elbaf, and when we go there, we're going to hear people like playing it at a festival or something like that. Oh, that's terrifying. And we see Luffy on fire, entering. His hair's gone black, but I think it's supposed to be like burnt. But he's stretched out his arms and like a really horrifying thing, and he's grabbed Mars's wings and he's saying, hurry while I've got a hold of it. And Mars does not look pleased, but Luffy's expression here is so scary. Sanji, Captain's orders are absolute, Bonnie-chan. Infrit Jamble Hell. And Frankie, impactful strong. And Bonnie does, all right, then giant Nika. And she's got armament haki. Memory's right punch. And Luffy's eyes pop out and says, ouch, that hurts. I don't even see the... Oh, wait, no, you can. You can see... It's because Luffy and Bonnie and Mars are so big. You can see a tiny, tiny Sanji and a tiny, tiny Frankie also hitting him. But they're so small. They're tiny. Like, they look like the impact effects. And then Bonnie says, hi, it hurts. Luffy looks like he's in a lot of pain. And Mars is confused. Luffy says, of course it does. You guys are using haki. Which is interesting. I mean, we see the haki on Sanji. We see the haki on Bonnie. It doesn't look like Frankie's using haki. But he implies that Frankie is. But maybe he's just saying, like, you guys, as in Sanji and Bonnie, are using haki. But yeah. You guys are using haki. Now, Gum Gum, don't let up, Bonnie-chan. Keep going till you've crushed the life out of him. What's wrong with you guys? But Luffy's in a fair bit of pain. And Marcus Mars is getting squished against Luffy's body. Booming Dawn Balloon. So, Luffy has... Okay, I'm just trying to look at the physics of this. It's a bit... I'm not sure the physics check out, but this is Nika we're talking about. The Nika form, Sun God form. Luffy can do whatever he wants. But looks... But, like, they're punching the center of his back, which would make you think that it's, like... It would be forcing his middle section out and knocking it away that way. But I think what's happening... They're punching him, and it's like when you squeeze the center of a balloon. So he's pushing Marcus into his stomach. They're pushing his back. And it's like if you squeeze a long balloon and the air gets sent to the two sides of the balloon, and then he's using that so when like the air goes back to his center, like it will launch out. I think that's what's happening. I do like the tiny straw hat, where you see a pretty good visual of that, like a tiny straw hat still attached to Luffy somehow. But yes, he launches Marcus out with his booming Dawn balloon, and he Team Rocket blasts off into the distance. Alright, it's gone. It won't be back anytime soon. Let's get going, guys. What about Usopp and the others? They were meant to fly down and meet us here, but they're late. Atlas offers to go check, and she's saying York is monitoring us. Lilith, where? Then blank. We see the Iron Giant. Nothing. Oh wait, no, that's not the Iron Giant. That's the transponder snail waking up. Nothing of the sorts. That's why... Whoa, and the Vegapunk transmission is back. We see Whole Cake Island. We see Katakuri and a few of the other many children. That ceaselessly inherited aspect, and everyone's saying it's on again. What is he talking about? We can call it a will. It's on... Morgan. Vivi's excited. Morgan's just like, damn it, the death of print media. Was it a bad signal? Elders, you just interrupted the transmission. The snail's memory circuit is intact. You have to destroy it directly if you want to shut it down for good. And to those that have suffered for this, I can only pray my voice reaches you. And we see Gaimon, and I can't remember his wife's name. The barrel lady. We've seen them in a cover story. Sorry, I've been reading the reactions. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Nothing of the sorts. That's why the ceaselessly inherited aspect, we can call it a will. And to those that have suffered for this, we see Luffy, what the... Is this rain? Was that an explosion? No. It's the Cypher Pole agents and a bunch of debris. They're falling out of the sky. Catch them, they'll die. The Seraphim are here too. Look, old timers, that monster's spitting them out. And Luffy's like, haha, it's like a fountain. It's coming for us, we gotta hurry and get some distance. So, it's the, I've forgotten his name. It's the youngest looking one. We all know he's not actually young. Jew Peter, the one that turned into the giant worm. Because we saw him sucking them up before, but yeah, now we're seeing him spit them back out. And we do see snake. We still don't see we don't see S-Hawk or anything like that, I don't believe. I can't see them. And she's a snake at least is still in her bubble. Jupiter, he's glaring. It's going to suck us in. Move it. After all the progress he's made, he's pulling us back. Fill the sails, use the oars instead. Luffy goes and punches him right in the kisser. And all the giants, get him, Nika! A giant white monster and raining Cypher Pole agents. Even dreams aren't this wild. That's interesting, though. It looks like Jupiter's sucking power is a limited resource. Like, he had to spit them out in order to suck more. Either way, Luffy quickly punches him in the face. We see... I forgot it. From last chapter, the one that was turned into a child. She's still like, rats! And then we see Top Man. Damn it, the boar's heading right for you. Look out. His skid is really tough. It's got to smash the ship. He's running into the water. This can't be understated. Wait. So he is shouting, damn it. Is he running into the water? You could see a marine vessel like in the air. It's hard. Is he running on the water? Like, it looks like there's some sort of cloud thing near his feet. It's very hard to tell. He seems to be on top of the water, not in the water just yet. Bonnie-chan's already... Bonnie-chan. Sorry, Sanji says, Bonnie-chan! She's got X's for eyes, and he's like, I can't hold it. Being free is too tiring. Then we hear Joy Boy. We see Luffy react. He can hear it. And finally, the Iron Giant does something. He pops out of the water, and he socks Top Man, breaks one of his tusks, and he says, listen up, Emeth. The time is at hand. And the time... So it looks like he's having... Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to think. So he says Joy Boy. Luffy hears that one. And then it's in double quotes. Listen up, Emeth. The time is at hand. And the time. So I think it's him remembering probably something that the original Joy Boy said to him, which means that I think we can extrapolate the Iron Giant's name is Emeth. And people have always assumed that it was a crew member of Joy Boy's, so... But yeah, now we know his name, Zunisha and Emeth. And at the time, and he's socked Top Man, unfortunately, back onto land, so we don't know... Because it's something where people aren't sure if their forms are some sort of devil fruit, or if they are an existence separate from devil fruit, and thus wouldn't be affected by the weakness of water. But we aren't learning that just yet. Dory and Broggy, their eyes pop out and they're like, what the hell is that? And of course, Luffy, he gets that classic face whenever he sees when he sees like Frankie's giant robots. He's like, robot! And he's got tears in his eyes. He's so excited. He's probably like, you're my best friend, robot! And this is an interesting tag. The romance lives on. That's an interesting line. The romance lives on. Just checking there's no other page after this. Nope, that's it. I like this chapter. Then again, I think I've liked every single chapter. Egghead has been a very exciting ride. But yeah, Bonnie was able to use a hakied up punch. Did she not realize that she was using haki? Is that why she's like, it hurts? But I mean, Sanji obviously could use haki, though. I'm going to reiterate how tiny he looks. And I do love that. Don't let up, Body-chan. Keep going till you've crushed the life out of him. But they're like, you're his crew. Why are you trying to kill Luffy? Let's hope Marcus Mars is out of it. Nothing of the sort. Sorry, I'm just going to read through Vegapunk. We don't get too much of it. But nothing of the sorts. That's why that ceaselessly inherited aspect, we can call it a will. And to those that have suffered for this, I can only pray my voice reaches you. And to those that have suffered for this, I can only pray my voice. I mean, it's probably talking about the D clan and their inherited will, what the will of D is. So We missed the Will of D spoilers. Damn you. But it does imply that there could be more stuff. More stuff being said by Vegapunk. Yeah, I mean, nothing else to say. Iron Giant, or Emeth, as we'll now call him. No, I'll probably still call him the Iron Giant. But this is someone, Top Man is someone that, the Giants couldn't hurt. Luffy punched him with like a huckied up Gear 5th, and he got hurt. And then Emeth pops out of the water and he snaps one of his tusks and like does visible damage to Top Man and like knocks him back. So he is quite formidable. Is it something peculiar about his fist? Is he using haki? Actually, that's a question. It's hard to tell if it's just like dramatic shadowing or it's like the shadow of Walkuri on Emeth, but his fist looks considerably darker than some of his other parts. So it almost looks like he's using haki in this form. All right, either way, fun chapter. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Not much to add. And I guess there is unfortunately a break next week. So that's 2 weeks. 2 weeks until the next one. Though there will be a video out this Sunday for me, I think Saturday night for others. We start talking about the Baradier, so look forward to that. Otherwise, thank you for watching. And I'll see you next time.